Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to What's Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very welcome. Well, it's Monday, so we are right back to the top of the workshop looking at the top performing map of the moment. And it's a creator who is often overlooked, and they really shouldn't be. You see, we've reviewed them 5 times in the past. We started off with a 10-star map, which is good, very good. Then we had 2 11 stars, and we've finished with 2 13-star maps. Today's map is going to be right up there at that level. Before we do the map review though, I'm going to change the daily reminder. For the month of February, we're going to remind ourselves to do something just a little bit different. Yes, still hit the like button, but also clicking the notification bell is a really good way of remembering that I'm still here. Every time I upload a video, you will be reminded. Over and over again. Today's map is Wintergreen Bay by Captain Alex. Yes, Captain Alex is back, and this map is just beautiful. That would be the start square if it wasn't a converted save game, so if you want to play that kind of game, that's where you'll be starting. Nothing wrong with that. The terrain heights look fine. Top right hand corner, hiding under the box, ignore that one. We'll get to that later. The resources are good and strong. Can't really grumble about these at all. Just mostly forestry, I'm going to say, is the main thing today's map. And if you've got Sunset Harbour and you want to do some fishing, it's mostly shellfish and anchovies. Right, off to the workshop. What do we need? Well, it is a mass transit map. You will need mass transit for this one. And the items on the right are the absolute requirements. Without those, the map will be broken. But there is a one-click collection that contains a few assets as well. There are instructions here to follow. They're very easy to follow. It will require a reload to make sure that the map loads correctly. We're using the Wintergreen Bay theme mix, and so we're using theme mixer 2 here, and we're using the relight to lush LUT. Get the words out, lovely. And then we've got a few things to subscribe to there, including the biggest asset we have ever done in the asset review, and I'm so glad to see it in the map and used well. Now let's turn the camera around to the edge of the map. I want to show you the edge of the map. Now the edge of the map, although we've got the 81 tile mod as a requirement, it doesn't really lend itself, this map, to being an 81 tile map. It is required though for the converted save game, so do make sure you've got it and you unlock everything. But yes, you won't be playing this as a 25 tile game, although you will probably be best advised to do no more than maybe extend just a tad beyond the 25 tiles in the middle, maybe. But yes, you'll see the reasons for this as we get on. So what I'm going to say is anything beyond the 25 tiles becomes, as always, less important. So I'm never that worried. Anything right on the edge of the map, I'm never that bothered about. Let me just show you also, this highway does continue. And if we continue this way, it's going to take us down towards Start Square. Just beyond Start Square, we'll have to turn back. Nice little intersection here. It's quite a clean one. Slightly quirky one, but certainly fine. And then we'll follow this highway through. Now, the flyover is going to be a little bit faster than normal. You may have noticed today's show is a tad over 21 minutes. And that's because there was a lot to see on today's map. So, yeah, the flyover, I've tried to keep it as smooth as possible, because I know that the faster the camera work goes, the harder it is with any rapid movements and jerking about. And nobody likes people jerking about, not on camera. Oops, sorry, just dropped my keyboard there. Anyway, now let me, grumble, observation. Here, this road, I feel we're going to an embankment here. I feel going from an embankment to a slight cutting through the ridge of this hill would have added just a tiny bit. We're talking minor grumbles here. There are 1 or 2 grumbles with today's map. That one, that's just an observation. Like where we drop to the bottom of the valley there, I'd like to see possibly a slight embankment through there. Again, doesn't really matter that much. Doesn't break the map in any way, shape or form. Just a little thing. Now also, the road doesn't continue. We've got a bridge to be completed here. Now that'll do 2 things. First of all, it'll stop the traffic shortcutting through from the top highway through the middle of the map. but also it kind of builds a story, and I kind of buy the story on this map as to how the whole thing is being patched together. So yes, this highway doesn't come all the way through. This road, national road style thing going through here, and then we have the outskirts of a town over here, and then we have an intersection where you can't actually access the highway from the direction that we were coming. So any traffic coming across there wants to go. A little bit of clipping through foliage there. That's why. So yes, any traffic coming through here will have to come into the town, do a U-turn, a little U-turn. Where are you going? No camping. No camping. Good, blimey. People, eh? People. Anyway, no, wait, you'll go. Well, we're going to go this way. As we can't get onto the highway without doing a U-turn, I felt we'll take this route. And this is the route that non-highway traffic will take to the start square. Kind of, it's the national road that links the two main towns. And I quite like this. Well, I'm not entirely sold on the style of roads that we're using here. I've got a little bit of rock clipping through here as well. Just a tiny weeny bit. And there are, let's say, there are one or two minor, tiny detailing issues with today's map. So don't be thinking this is going to be a 5-star map. 5 stars from your point of view, 15 stars from my point of view. I get 10 more stars to play with. Down into this is the main town area. And if we take a little right turn here, this takes us into the start square area. So this is where, if you were going to play that style of game, where you'd start building. Alternatively, you can 81 tiles unlocked, you can build wherever you like. Back onto the highways, and the highways again, good and strong, winding their way across the environment. So yes, Captain Alex, this is the intersection that links that highway. Remember we left the highway and took the national road through to the broken bridge? That would come out here eventually. We'll have a glance at that a little bit later on as we do the quick fly over the environment. You'll see how nicely done it is. But yes, Captain Alex, often, I mean, the worst map we've done from there. In fact, I'll give you the maps list. Episodes 721, 793, 834, 874, and 952 if you want to have a look at Captain Alex's other work. Like this, a little bit of clearing, some new growth going on. That's quite nice. It's outside 25 tiles, so I'm kind of skimmed over that one because I don't think it really matters so much. Also, I'm going to point out over here, look over here, we've got the rail. This is vanilla rail here. Again, it's outside of 25 tiles, so what goes on out here doesn't really matter too much. Pass some water, pumping and power. And then you'll see here it converts across to the custom rail, including a bit of blue mantle. I would have liked the custom rail to have started a bit closer to the edge of the map. Right away from, there's some encroaching foliage here on the rail line, just about. So yeah, that's where I would like to have just seen that. Oh, loving this bridge work. This bridge work is exceptional. I'm going to make a big thing about this bridge work because I'm going to point out some more exceptional bridge work which we can follow, yeah? If I'm going to point out encroaching foliage, I've got to point out, I like this bridge as well. Just like the fact that it's perfectly straight. It feels like it should be perfectly straight. And it was. Very cleanly done. So yes, just starting the custom rail a little bit closer to the edge of the map because there's no reason for it not to. It's simple as that. I mean, just upgrade the rail, convert the rail across. Not a big problem at all. Following the rail along here. The rail, really nice that because it's following the edge of the river, it stays lovely. Lake, sea. I'm not sure where we are actually. Because it's following the coastline, the shoreline. We'll go with shoreline. Because it's following the shoreline, it's just staying perfectly smooth and perfectly lovely. Big fan of that. So yes, just keeps the job easy. There's no need to worry about inclines or anything like that when you've got this. And just look at this. Look at the transition between the embankment there and the shore. That was lovely, from sand to rocks to embankment to rail, all in one view. Also, you'll notice that we have got all the sprites working today. And because, oh, hang on, look at this. The train just went through that, and through this one as well. You'll notice we've got all the sprites operative today, as always. Whenever we've got the theme mixer working, if the sprites are left active, because that is part of the theme mix, sorry. If the sprites are left active by the creator, then I leave them active in game. They will look a bit ugly, possibly clipping through any of your buildings, that kind of thing, car parks. But hey, that then becomes a choice for you. But for me, as it's part of the theme mix... Oh, hang on, have a look here. We've got an embankment here. This is important. Got an embankment here. The rail is running really lovely along the embankment to the river. Nice height across the river. Nice little bridge here. Now I'm going to have a minor grumble. I'm not sure why we're extending the bridge this far in. Why wouldn't they have extended the embankment to, say, that point on this side? I don't really know. It certainly would have been easier than building the bridge, I feel, across the land. A little bit of terrain glitching into the rail there, where it's just been stretched a little bit too hard. And again, very difficult to do much about it, but there we are. And then off now towards the edge of the map, which will require a little bit of a climb up here. Now this is hidden amongst the trees and it's very easy not to see. So I would credit Captain Alex for actually hiding the incline in the middle of the forest. Nice little bridge here with just a little bit of pillar clipping. That's going to cause a derailment, I'll say. But yeah, it's good solid work. I would say just one or two easy to fix little things. I mean, those players that like their advanced settings and stuff. Again, we've got some more pillar clipping there. Yeah, nothing that a little tap of the move it will not fix. So all credit there. But we have got more. We've got another little elevated section here going into a bridge along here. I think apart from the little bit of foliage there, clipping through the underside. Tiny little things just here and there. And they are tiny little things. On the whole, good standards throughout. Now, somewhere around on the highway layout, we do have a custom bridge used a couple of times, which we will find in the second half of the show. We'll also have a look for the shipping routes, the water flow and all that sort of stuff. Also that giant asset, plus the asset of the day to come as well, which is not very giant. There you go, another bit of blue mantle with the transition. I don't mind that, it's right out in what would be the fog. And what's this elevated for? Again, doesn't matter.
Are you bored with the standard vanilla bridges? Have you seen those lovely custom bridges but don't know how to use them? Ooh, very nice. Then you need the Beginner's Guide to Custom Bridges by BonBonB. Click the information button below.
And so back to Wintergreen Bay by Captain Alex and the shipping routes. Yes, we have a shipping route. And do you know what? Absolutely fine with this. I don't have any problems with this at all. It follows a route that you would expect it to follow. And when we get to the harbour-ish area, looking around for it, where are you? Maybe a bit further. Do you know what? I could have actually sped this footage up a little bit faster, couldn't I? That's a 1 star off my editing. But yeah, there we have a little triangle there, which allows the shipping to turn quite smoothly. So, yeah, I'll credit for that, I feel. We have air routes as well. The air route does kind of like S-bend its way across the map a little bit, but it's not so bad. You won't really notice. Water flow doesn't matter too much because we have provision in place for water. Not quite sure what the pipe coming out to the bottom of the map over this way is for, but I'm sure there's a reason. I just couldn't see it on my quick flyover. And so, speaking of flyovers, let's have a little look at... I like the idea we got here with the semi-clearing of where the 3 town areas would be. So I like that these are cleared. It just like inspires you to build into those areas. Plus it's sufficiently away from something, which we will get to see soon. We've got this river going up. Now, I like the idea this is a wet season, a rainy season river, because it's dry river up to the lake. And then you can clearly see that the lake would pour down through from the hills over there. Also, I did say something about the other highway. Let's have a little look at I like the shoreline along here as well. That's a lovely little bit of detailing going on there. And I just like the highway where it just comes apart and then comes back together again in a truly believable way. So I thought I'd give a little bit of credit for that while we're here. Now, trees on the in the dry river, I kind of sort of get it up here where the river is only at certain times of the year. Like we've got a splash of water there. But over here, if you have a look around here, we've got 1 or 2 trees in the... there they are. In the water over here. Now, why is that not okay over here? The answer is we're kind of at lake level or sea level. Not sure what we've got here. That is perma water, that is. That's always, and we've got here as well. This is always going to have water. It's not seasonal. So I feel that those trees can be pulled up on for being wearing their trunks. Is that a BonBon Island? I'm not really inspired. Oh, hang on there. If you've got drowned trees, you can't be a BonBon Island if you've got drowned trees, can you? Not unless they're mangrove trees, in which case, so we can allow that one. Here's your water out situation. That's where all your pumping's going to go to. Sirens through my window, thank you. Oh, hang on. We're very close to the sewage outflow. No, not a BonBon Island. I'm looking around for a BonBon Island. Maybe too small. Oh, now you're talking. Okay, I'm liking the shape of this. Anybody wants me, I will be settling right there. Somebody send me some hi-fi, Wi-Fi as well. Send me some Wi-Fi. Send it via snail mail. We'll get it. Then over here we have a couple of those custom bridges. Those lovely custom bridges. Very, very good choice of bridges. Very well used. I cannot grumble about this. That is very pretty. Very close to being my thumbnail actually as well. Wish I had now. Changed my mind. Too late. I've done the flyover. And then that goes off to the edge of the map over there. Right. Now, oh, hang on. We can't ignore the essential lighthouse as we've seen one. Let's come over here, have a look at... isn't she lovely? In green. Camouflage lighthouse. Camouflage until you turn the light on. Now, look out onto the horizon there. You'll see a magnificent mountain. This is going to give you some great screenshots. That is Mount Fuji, an amazing asset, biggest asset we've ever reviewed on the workshop. The thing is, it's intended for backdrop, so you're not really supposed to get too close to it. I would probably stay this side of that highway, although if you do want to extend past this highway here, this hill, yes, this lake I would stop at. I would not go over the next ridge. Okay, this is as close as you want to get to that. So when I say 81 tile mod, but not 81 tile map, this is why. Close you get, the texture goes a little bit, and then there's a merge issue along here, and of course it just clips out when you get too close because it's an asset that is way too big. Let me go underneath it for a moment. See the lumpy terraforming under here, doesn't matter. We've got power, we've got this here, because it gets very windy under mountains. You did know that, didn't you? Very windy under the mountains. And then, let me just show you how much it extends off the edge of the map. I don't think we've ever seen this before. How much, I mean, we've probably got 50% of the mountain actually off of the map. That's quite incredible, really. And then, back to the start square, where we have an asset of the day. Now, where are you, little fella? Here we are. Now, because of the sprites, I've stuck a little bit of plain road underneath it because the sprites were just growing through. So I just thought I'd let you know that one in case you thought it looked a little bit weird. Yeah, that's my bad. Starbucks Growable by Markanock19. They are proving to be one of the best new creators on the workshop in terms of success. I've not really checked their catalogue, but they are doing really well on the charts each week now. So do check them out. A very nice little asset indeed. And factoids, because factoids. Apparently, I don't know, maybe this has changed since. Some soft drinks are made sweeter by adding coal. Coal. I mean, I understand the carbonation, which is carbon, which is gassy coal. There you go. That's it. Gaseous. The coal in its gaseous state. That's adding more for the fizz than the sweetness. Anyway, Starbucks Growable by Markanock19. Very lovely work. And why wouldn't it be? Because why wouldn't it be? Quality. Quality. I've got so much quality on the workshop. Anyway, speaking of quality, your chance to rate this map on its quality. Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the Viewer's Choice Top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Only you can decide. Click the I button now in the top right hand corner of your screen. It'll take you to the voting page where you can vote for free with a Facebook, Gmail, a free Patreon account, or even Apple. Apple. I know. To this day. What? Okay, what do I think of today's map? Well, aesthetically, it's very strong, isn't it? It is very, very strong. I don't know why. I don't know why. I haven't worked this one out in my head yet. It doesn't say 5 stars. I can see it is stunning. It doesn't say 5 stars. I don't know why. So I'm going to go for a very high 4. Solely because I literally don't know why I can't give a 5th. Detailing, very strong, with some little glitchy bits here and there. So I've got to give 4 stars, but I'm going to go right down the middle and say it's a middle 4. It's still strong. Can't argue that. Gameplay potential. I'm going to go for a lower end of 4. It's very hard to explain why, again. But it feels a little bit restrictive. I like the idea behind it. And, of course, if you want to play the 9-tile game, it's not going to work for you. But, yeah, it just feels a little bit restrictive. Don't get it. But I do give you one thing. And that's a seal of approval. Because as restrictive as it might be, if you're a detailer, wow, you are right in there. That is a very lovely map for a detailer build. Get on there, build a lovely city. Then head on over to my Discord, send me loads of screenshots, because I love the screenshots. The link, of course, to Discord is in the description. Right, you're into the last 20 seconds. If you're still here, you're part of the 20 and out elite. Use the words of the day into the comments to prove that you are part of that elite group. And we'll be back tomorrow with another map in the What's Map series. It's a request map, which means it could be absolutely anything.